20 years old and you haven't accomplished anything.
Just look at these wrinkles. Oh, not smooth anymore.
I need to feel young again!
I got back into plastic cockfighting.
Beyblades, a toy I have quite a bit of history with. They're a franchise released in Japan in July of 1999 by a company named Takara, and they were later released here in the West thanks to Hasbro. Beyblades were one of those toys that were both similar and different compared to its competitors. They were part of a game much like other things geared towards kids at the time, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, but unlike those games where you're just imagining the things happening, you actually watched it. The game's played by launching 2 or more tops into a bowl-like arena to duke it out, and the last top standing wins the game.
This toy is literally 5,000 years old.
The origins of this game can actually be traced back to 17th century Japan. It was a game involving tops called Beigoma, where players would wrap string around a top and flick it into a bucket with fabric draped over it. But there was also Battling Tops, released in 1968 and later renamed to Battling Starships because Beyblades can be separated into 4 different types: attack, stamina, defense, and balance. Attack types are fast and hit hard, but they run out of energy quickly. Stamina types drag the fight on, trying to win through sheer endurance. Though if they are thrown off balance, they have a difficult time recovering. Defense types are great because they're basically just tanks capable of taking a few jabs and swinging back just as hard, though they don't last as long as stamina types. Balance types are the last 3 put together. They're kinda like the average college kid. Lots of skills, but they don't particularly excel in any of them.
As a kid, I'd go for more of a heavy attack type because then you just have something slamming into shit like a truck.
I don't think I've mentioned that Beyblades can be customized to your liking. Players can just rip these things apart and then throw them back together as a Frankenstein's monster out of whatever available parts they have. I named this one Adam. Now, while the concept of Beyblades have been around for thousands of years, the toys themselves also have some history to them. These guys haven't always been the same. There's different incarnations of the toy that introduce new gimmicks and designs. We got the original plastic generation, the Metal Fight series, and the more recent Beyblade Burst series. The plastic generation was released in 1999, with the first 3 tops ever being Spin Dragoon, Ultimate Saizo, and Frostic Dronzer. Aesthetic-wise, these things just scream late 90s, but in a good way. They look like a modern take on Beigoma, and I really dig that. Also, they added in monsters into the mix because
you kids are too young for this stuff, but it's really quite good.
By the way, when these things fight, they fucking go for it. Warning, tops may bounce up and hit eye or face. Yeah, right, there's no way these things can hit that hard. Ow! Next up, we got the second incarnation of Beyblades, Metal Fusion, or Metal Fight in Japan. These were the Beyblades to introduce me to the franchise, and they came out at the perfect time. Just when I was done with Bakugan and Pokemon, I found a game I can actually get behind because these fuckers explode. My childhood nostalgia aside, what did these Beyblades introduce to improve upon the experience?
Screws. And fucking ninja stars.
Instead of metal being strictly used to weigh the thing down, now it's your primary means of attack. Early tops had these pretty dull-looking designs, but later ones got metal rings that were so much more detailed and appealing. Beyblades also come in 4 parts now instead of 3, which gives greater opportunities for customization. The main difference now is you can swap the tips out at your leisure, so say you'd like a shorter top with the attack tip to throw the opponent off balance, or maybe you prefer it to be tall as fuck. I think certain middle parts can give the top greater balance, and the taller ones take longer to fall compared to the others, but I have no idea. Also, this complicates shit to no end. Before, all you needed was your hand and some elbow grease to take these things apart. Now you need to unscrew it and wrench off the tip from the metal part just to have all 4 pieces. I don't think it's terrible, just needlessly complicated. That being said, I f***ing love this version of the toy. I've had screws actually break in 2, tips shattering to pieces, tops making actual holes in the walls of my stadiums. My friends and I used to have these huge tournaments at public parks with random kids. Seeing dents and scratches made in the tops from constant use is something I've always dug, and it was a great time in my life. People still use these guys in tournaments too. They have their own appeal I don't think will ever be matched. Finally, we have the most recent incarnation, Beyblade Burst, with the main gimmick of these guys being so they decided that the best way to get people to buy these new Beyblades is to have them explode as often as possible. This is fun for the first 3 times it happens, and then it's just, oh, my Beyblade is broken, I better fix it. Oh. That's the stuff right there. It's all about that technique. Just get it right on there. We'll be all patched up and ready to go soon enough, that's for sure.
That's right, just gotta cover it all nice and swell. There we go. Seems to me like you're ready for the big leagues. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Just gotta...
I won! Once again, we're back to 3 parts, just like the originals, and I'm not gonna lie, these look pretty great. They're totally just modern versions of the original designs. The molding on the plastic is great, and they're so detailed and expressive. I like the look of these things a lot. They even brought back some of the original tops from the early 2000s. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about these things are the arenas. They're like a plastic equivalent to a f***ing migraine. Stadiums aside, I like these new Beyblades. They're not half bad. The launchers, on the other hand. So Beyblade launchers are never the greatest thing in the world. They're either too small or too uncomfortable to be practical. This is because they want you to buy the grips. I've never liked this. The only reason why they do this is to get you to buy more products, and while having the grip is nice, I wish they were just like this out of the box. Which means I can comfortably say the Beyblade burst launchers suck. If you want to buy these things, just get the grip first. These launchers are actually terrible. They're too small, and holding them for a long period of time started to hurt my fingers. The originals aren't any better, significantly smaller and harder to hold. I hate everything about these. The metal fight ones are a little better, but you're still just better off with a grip.
Now, Beyblade was a pretty popular toy, and a lot of its success can be contributed to the marketing. Of course, we got commercial after commercial after commercial telling us to spend our hard-earned cash on product, but we got other things too, like...
Monster attack!
Here come the heavyweight generation Beyblade, coming on strong like the son of King Kong.
Anime.
Yep, nothing like a Saturday morning and watching 15 minutes worth of pure advertisement. Every incarnation of the toy launched with an anime to promote it, with the original being simply titled Beyblade. By the way, this theme song fucking slaps. This show follows our hero generic anime protagonist on his quest to become the greatest Beyblade person. Along the way, he meets many friends like Smart Glasses, Karen Computer Wife, character with a better design and personality compared to him, Edgelord, stay-at-home dad, and edgier Edgelord. You could tell he's edgier because he's got triangles on his face. That makes him edgier by default! This is so 90s anime, it hurts. The dub is terrible in all of the right ways. Just take a look for yourself.
Huh?
Did you hear me, huh?
Great job, Jaceel. Next time we'll win for sure.
Tyson! Come on, little dude, get your head into what you're doing, capiche? Now get down and boogie!
Well, check it out. To win a battle, all you have to do is knock the other guy's Beyblade out of the stadium. It's pretty intense, but with an awesome blade and a little luck, you're the winner.
Oh, yeah!
The name is... Carlos.
10 out of 10 would watch again. Next up is Metal Fusion. Once again, the theme song is legendary.
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Let's fight an epic battle. Face off and spin the metal. No time for doubt now. No place for backing down. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip.
This shit is corny as fuck!
I think this show is significantly better, because it's worse. It's so much worse. The writing is on a whole other level of corny. It may as well be the entire fucking maze.
Pegasus.
What?
This is so awesome! It's been way too long since an opponent worthy of my skills has shown up. Perk up, ladies. We're just getting started.
So hurry up and lose! We have brunch reservations!
Wait, we do?
You guys! Mommy! You pay for this! Owie!
This time the story centers around Hobo and his My Little Pony as they travel the world to viciously assault random people for fun. There's also green-haired Krillin, Wario, Gangster, Karen in the flesh, and Hobo, but he's evil. 10 out of 10! Nostalgia rules! I didn't like this one that much. It feels more generic than the last two. They were so bad they were good, while this one is just... bad.
Yeah, whatever. We get it. Shu's the greatest. Tired of hearing about it all the time.
going, will ya?
This can't be happening.
How long have you been practicing?
Dunno. Even the intro was worse.
Our brains collide, fight to survive.
Survive what? Oh, that. I can't even make fun of it. It's so soulless to the point where I got nothing.
Honestly, I think Beyblade is the closest we're ever gonna get to a real-life version of Custom Robo. It's pretty much the same idea, except instead of a bunch of tops, it's a bunch of action figures fighting each other. Beyblade was a really big part of my childhood. It's how I met a lot of my closest friends. It felt good to customize these things and make your own personalized top, and it felt even better when you won with said top. Yeah, it was pretty much a game of luck, but because there were different types of Beyblades, you could tip the odds more so in your favor. And I didn't even get into the RC tops, the fucking Burger King toys. Beyblade is a huge franchise and I absolutely love it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a fool who needs to be put in his place. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Fucking Pan.
Special move!
I believe in the heart of the cards.